The past 4 years have been a big blur. We've seen loss, love, triumphs, and tragedies. This class has faced challenges that we could have never even imagined. No one on this stage is the same person we were when we walked in on that first day of freshman year. As a yearbook editor, I've been able to see us change firsthand. Not just the big flashy achievements that everybody talks about, not just the games we won or the performances we put on, but the individual growth as we move closer to today and the people we will become. A yearbook is broken up into 6 sections. These are student life, academics, athletics, organizations, people, and community. Student life represents the life that each of us chose to lead outside the school gates. It's what we all chose to do after 3:30 each day and on the weekends. Some of us restored vintage cars. Some of us got jobs to save for future plans, while some of us got jobs just to help make ends meet. Together, we explored everything Melbourne had to offer. We crowded Long Doggers on Monday nights for wing night. We walked the streets of downtown Eau Gallie and took selfies in front of the murals in the Arts District. During interviews with all of you, I heard about amazing vacations, but I also learned some of our personal struggles and stories. What I realized while writing stories for the student life section of the yearbook was that no matter the hardships we were facing, we endured and conquered, not just because we are Commodores, but because we have grown into strong and capable adults. The next section is academics. To get to the stage we are on now, each of us had to complete 26 required credits, each in specific categories, as well as pass a bunch of ridiculous tests. We all had times where we procrastinated studying for a math test that week or writing an essay. We had days where we didn't want to listen to Mr. Hillman talk anymore, and we pretended to understand what Mr. Madden told us in Spanish class. We logged into Focus every day to get our attendance as we embraced online learning. Despite all of the struggles, we kept going. We used Anchor Hour to keep up with our homework. We spent hours studying on Khan Academy for the SAT. We put our effort into making sure our report cards were good enough to avoid the wrath of our parents. Some of us enjoyed the work, some of us did it because we had to, but it all led up to this moment right now. Then there was athletics. We may not all have been athletes. We may not all have been on the varsity football team as they played in the playoffs. We may not all have been on the boys' soccer team as they won the district championship for a second time. But no matter where we stood, we all bled blue and gold in the stands under the words Commodore Nation. We saw unpredictable victories on the basketball court. We felt the injuries and losses. We winced with the player limping off the field. We came together to support our athletes, no matter the sport. We worked to get better for ourselves and the team we were a part of. We mourned the seasons of our senior year as we lost our senior nights and our last moments on the field. But no matter what, we embodied the Commodore spirit with pride. Following athletics is organizations. Somewhere along the way, many of us found passions that we chose to extend outside the classroom. Those passions inspired us to join organizations and clubs, which led to new opportunities, lasting friendships, and for some of us, amazing accomplishments. We joined the Thirst Project and collected money for those in need of water in underdeveloped countries. We played instruments in band and orchestra and sang our hearts out in chorus, creating beautiful music for the entire world to hear. We used our voices in Anchor Club to speak up for those who needed it most. We helped those in our community in NHS and Beta Club, volunteering countless hours of our time right here at home. We did these things not because we had to, but because we had a burning desire inside of us to be a part of something bigger. We wanted to belong and feel welcomed within the culture at Eau Gallie, and in our own ways, we left our mark and added to that culture and history. We each found our own little home on campus and realized how much we belong. Following organizations is people. This is where we place all those lovely photos that we in Yearbook call mugshots, because no matter how much time we spent picking our outfits or messing with our hair, no one was ever truly happy with it. But this is where we really got to show who we were as individuals, to show that everyone here today has their own story. We are all individuals, each with a unique personality, style, and story. It was in creating our yearbooks that I realized how vastly different we are from each other. Whether it was about our favorite lunch item or remembering the fun times at homecoming, I discovered who we are. We are writers and readers. We are jocks and nerds. We are Commodore Nation, always and forever. The final section in a yearbook is the community section. Community is more than just who you live near or just who you see around town. It's the friends and family who were there for us through it all. It's how we supported each other through thick and thin. It's how we came together as a school, no matter who we were as individuals. Whether we were sick, tired, or stressed, it's the support we had from our community that gave us the strength to keep going. After every lost game or failed test, it's who we had here at Eau Gallie to lean on. It's the people who supported our accomplishments this year, even though we were apart. It's the teachers who cheered us on from the sidewalk. It's the companies whose names grace the back of our jerseys. It's the faces in front of us today. It's our moms and dads, our guardians and grandparents, our little sisters and big brothers. It's everyone who was there for us when we got home after school each day. Community is our cheerleader when we didn't have the strength to cheer for ourselves. So here we are today, at the end of 4 years worth of growth and change, facing even more change. Whether we're off to college, the military, or we're not quite sure yet, everyone here understands how hard we worked to get here now. So let's celebrate who we are now, what we've done, how far we've come, the challenges we've faced, and the potential we have. There are no more yearbook pages for us. We filled them all. We finished this chapter together. The next chapter begins tonight after Chief Fitzgerald calls our names as we walk across this stage. It may be a little bit later or different than expected, but this is the chapter where we go out and create the next volume in our lives. Congratulations to the class of 2020.